Hello learners. Welcome to our music and arts class, where creativity comes to life. Today, we'll explore the world of sounds, colors, and imagination. Get ready to listen, move, create, and express yourself in fun and exciting ways. Music and Arts 5 Quarter 1, Week 1 Day 2. Revised K-10 Curriculum. Learning Competency. Differentiate evolving early Philippine conventional and contemporary performing and visual arts concepts, processes and practices. Theme: exploring early Philippine music and arts according to forms and function in music and arts. Let's review. Multiple choice. Read the sentences and choose the best answer. Number 1. Which of the following best describes conventional art? A. Art that uses only digital tools. B. Art that follows modern themes and technology. C. Traditional art that follows established techniques, styles, and themes. D. Art that is created without planning. The correct answer is letter C. 2. What is contemporary art? A. Art made during ancient times. B. Art created in the present time. C. Art that uses only paint. D. Art that copies traditional forms. The correct answer is letter B. 3. The concept of an artwork refers to A. The materials used to make the artwork. B. The size and color of the artwork. C. The thought, intention, or meaning behind the artwork. D. The audience who will view the artwork. The correct answer is letter C. 4. Which of the following refers to the process in art? A. Choosing what artwork to hang on a wall. B. Judging an artist's style. C. The steps and actions taken to create an artwork. D. Naming an artwork after it is finished. The correct answer is letter C. 5. What does diversity in art mean? A. Using one color in all artworks. B. Showing only one culture or style. C. The presence of different characteristics, cultures, or backgrounds. D. Making artwork only in groups. The answer is letter C. Look at the pictures. Picture 1 of sets A and B, as well as picture 2 of picture set C, a representation of early Philippine conventional arts. These arts connect us to the past as they represent historical culture, skills, and knowledge. It also follows established methods and materials. Picture 2 of sets A and B, as well as picture 1 of picture set C, represents contemporary arts. These arts reflect the ideas, mediums, and technologies of the present day, and often involves experimentation, innovation, and pushing boundaries beyond traditional or conventional approaches. New technologies, unconventional themes, or non-traditional performance techniques are incorporated in contemporary creative works. Let's read the following information about early Philippine arts and contemporary arts to understand their characteristics, concepts, processes, and practices. Early Philippine conventional arts. In the olden times, the Philippines had its own unique music and art. Here is some information about it. 1. Early Filipinos didn't write things down in books. Stories, songs, and art are shown and performed to remember important facts. 2. Musical instruments are made using bamboo, gongs of different sizes, and drums covered with animal skin. Each place has distinct instruments that make different sounds. 3. People loved singing and chanting on their special occasions, storytelling, and in their rituals and ceremonies.
4. Their art was inspired by nature, like animals, plants, and the world around them. 5. The early Filipinos believed in nature spirits and their ancestors. Thus, music and art are used to honor them. 6. Music and arts are for the whole community to celebrate important events together.
7. Each place in the Philippines has its own music and art, with distinct characteristic and unique beauty. 8. Music and arts are used for special occasions and rituals such as weddings and commemoration of ancestors who passed away. 9. Skilled people made all the arts and crafts, being the artists and craftsmen of their time. 10. Music and arts were used to keep their traditions alive. Philippine contemporary arts. 1. Philippine contemporary arts reflect the country's history, blending of culture, and the diverse voices of its people. 2. Traditional and modern styles are mixed by artists to produce contemporary art. Ideas from the past like old stories and design are combined with new ways of making art that we see today. 3. Art forms are used by artists to express their views on issues in society, such as political, environmental, and human rights concerns, as well as technological and globalization issues. Commentaries and critiques are embedded in both artworks and art performances. 4. Contemporary Philippine art reflects diversity. It uses all kinds of styles, themes, and techniques. It goes beyond traditional boundaries to explore new forms of expression. 5. Contemporary arts involve adoption of emerging technologies. To sum up, the table below shows the concept, process, and practices of early Philippine art and contemporary art practices. Philippine conventional art. The concept of conventional art in the Philippines was deeply connected to nature worship, animism, and ancestor veneration. These artworks were often created for rituals, spiritual beliefs, and community traditions, showing respect to nature and ancestral spirits. Contemporary art. In contemporary art focuses on modern themes like social issues, personal identity, the use of technology, and global influences. Artists today use their works to express opinions, raise awareness, and reflect the realities of modern life. Process. Philippine conventional art. The process involved natural and local materials, like wood, leaves, clay, and stones. These were used in communal activities, often guided by elders, and passed down through oral tradition. Communication was mostly nonverbal, using gestures, dance, and symbols. While in contemporary art, this art form uses modern tools and technology, with a focus on innovation, experimentation, and collaboration. Artists often cross different fields, interdisciplinary, and create limitless, thought-provoking works that challenge traditions and spark conversation. Practices. Philippine conventional art. Traditional art practices included music, dance, and theater, which were performed during rituals and community celebrations. It also involved the works of local craftsmen, such as textile weaving, pottery, and metalwork, passed down through generations. While in contemporary art, contemporary practices include modern forms like painting, sculpture, installation art, digital media, and performance art. These are often used to express ideas, emotions, and social issues, reflecting the world we live in today. Presentation idea. Interactive class discussion. Let me tell you a story. Scenario 1. A community festival in the province. Every year, a town in the Cordillera region celebrates a festival where people gather to chant, dance, and play bamboo instruments. Children learn these practices from elders. The decorations show animals, mountains, and rivers. Question 1. What does this festival celebration suggest about the nature of traditional or conventional Philippine art? A. It is based only on individual creativity. B. It copies modern Western styles and techniques. C. It is inspired by nature and passed down through generations. D. It uses modern machines and digital tools. Correct answer is letter C, because traditional art is often based on nature, oral tradition, and community participation. Imagine you're visiting a museum called Then and Now, Filipino Art Across Time. As you walk through, one section shows textile weaving, carved figures, and tribal chants. The other features digital paintings about climate change and performance art that explores gender identity. Question number 2. What does this exhibit show about the difference between traditional and contemporary art? A. Traditional art uses recycled materials, while contemporary art does not. B. Traditional art is individual, while contemporary art is only done by groups. C. Traditional art is often rooted in rituals, while contemporary art explores modern issues and identity. D. Both traditional and contemporary art avoid serious topics. Correct answer is C, because traditional art is usually connected to rituals, beliefs, and community practices. On the other hand, contemporary art often speaks about current issues, like climate change and identity. Artists use their work today to send messages and start conversations. Class, in your own words, I want you to explain why it's important for young Filipinos like you to learn about both traditional and contemporary Philippine art. Think about how our old art shows our culture and history, and how new art helps us express ideas and solve today's problems. Why do you think both are important for us to learn and appreciate? You may write or say your answer based on what you've learned and how you feel about our art as Filipinos. Learning about both conventional and contemporary Philippine art is important because it helps young Filipinos understand our culture and identity. Traditional art connects us to our roots, showing how early Filipinos lived, believed, and celebrated life through weaving, music, and rituals. Meanwhile, contemporary art reflects current issues like climate change and human rights, encouraging us to think critically and express ourselves creatively. By studying both, we learn to value our past while engaging with the present. Art helps us become proud of our heritage and more aware of the world around us. Thank you for listening. I hoped you learned something new today. Goodbye, class. See you next time.